come to a close for WWE before it heads into TLC this Sunday. We just had our final TV show of WWE, which means it's supposed to be Thursday, which means it was Smackdown, which makes this video the Smackdown Rundown.
Travis.
Yeah.
Travis.
What?
Don't move.
Oh, God.
Why? Don't move.
Why?
Spider!
Oh, God.
I think I got it.
Yep. Oh.
Still there.
Oh, God. Oh.
This is the Smackdown Rundown.
I already said that.
What matches happened, Travis? There's a giant spider on your chest.
It's look at that, you smushed it. It's just smushed into my chest now. It's gross.
Sorry.
All right.
What matches happened?
We had Roman Reigns and Alberto Del Rio go to a no contest.
Oh, yeah.
We had Dolph Ziggler defeat Tyler Breeze.
What?
The Lucha Dragons defeated The New Day.
Hell yeah.
Ryback defeated The Ascension in a handicap match. Becky Lynch defeated Paige. And the Roman Empire defeated the League of Nations.
Hey, that sounds like a real fight that probably happened in the past.
Alright, so let's go through the smaller matches real quick. Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze didn't really do anything more for the storyline.
I think that's the end.
Really?
Yeah.
And Breeze lost? That's lame. Like the match was okay.
Yeah.
I did like Ziggler's attempt at trying to pin Tyler Breeze a bunch at the beginning of the match, but really?
I just don't think the storyline was going anywhere to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, they started it, and they didn't progress anything at all.
Yeah. Alright.
It just became a lot of Tyler Breeze sitting at ringside for Dolph Ziggler matches.
Well, speaking of feuds that don't do anything for anybody worthwhile, Ryback put the death nail in the coffin of the Ascension as he defeated them in a handicap match, pushing his feud with Rusev. Rusev and Lana were out of commentary, talking a lot of trash. Ryback made quick work of the Ascension. I feel bad for the Ascension. And why... Here's what bugs me. I was hoping that Ziggler versus Breeze was going to be on TLC. Instead, we're getting Rusev versus Ryback.
Mm-hmm.
Lame.
Mm-hmm.
Lame.
They might do another Ziggler Breeze on the pre-show. Who knows?
Like it's going to do anything on the pre-show. All right, and then the other smaller match was really good. Becky Lynch versus Paige.
Yeah.
This was a great match. I'm definitely. You said it while we were watching. I'm definitely looking forward to the moment when these two girls can just go at it.
Yeah.
Like when they get a chance to put on full-length match with some sort of big stipulation on it, or whether it's for the title or whatever it is. I'm looking forward to these two girls just tearing the house down.
Absolutely.
Big story in this one is that Paige was in control for most of the match. And then Charlotte came out, caused a distraction, which allowed Becky to put the disarmor on. Paige tapped out, and Becky Lynch picked up the win. So now I'm really confused what they're doing with Charlotte here. She's really towing that line between who she's siding with and whether or not she's going solo, and I don't know, it's a little strange to me.
Yeah, well, I was talking about it on Raw. I don't think I talked about it on the review. But I remember I told you my idea when they did the whole Charlotte on Miz TV thing.
Right.
Is that either they're trying to make Charlotte turning heel be an even bigger swerve when it eventually does happen, or they're recanting on everything they were doing with Charlotte screwing with Becky Lynch previously. So by having her come out and actually help Becky Lynch in the match and not having it end up screw Becky Lynch over this time.
Yeah. I think that'll eventually turn into something where someone goes, well, the only reason you beat Paige was because Charlotte came out, or something like that. So, we'll have to see where that goes. Then we had the contract signing for the Intercontinental title match.
That was fun.
Dean Ambrose came out, and Kevin Owens was not there. His attorney was there.
Yes.
He was given.
His attorney didn't say anything though.
No.
He just gave Michael Colt paper to read.
Yeah, Maggle had to read.
Maggle
had to read the prepared statement saying that the attorney was there. in place of Kevin Owens and was allowed to make all of the contractual obligations that Kevin Owens would have had to do if he was there. But there really wasn't any reason for Kevin Owens to actually be there. It was just set
it's an unsafe working environment. That's why he cited that he was not there.
And Dean Ambrose is like, well, I don't know. I feel like I'm underdressed for this.
Underdressed.
That's weird. I feel like I'm underdressed for this. Like, I was expecting to come out, me and Kevin Owens to, like, sign this thing, and then I was going to flip this table, and I was going to beat up Kevin Owens, and then these people were going to cheer. But since he's not here, I guess I'm just going to sign the stupid thing. So he throws the microphone. As he goes to start signing the contract, Kevin Owens tries to jump him from behind.
Yeah, and he like sees Kevin Owens before he even gets into the ring.
Yeah, he stopped Kevin Owens on the apron. And so they end up fighting a little bit. And then they go in the ring. Kevin Owens ends up like going over the table or something like that. Or the table ended up getting flipped, and then Kevin Owens ran away. And then the attorney got the dirty deeds. Dean Ambrose signed the contract, and we found out it's a TLC match.
Yeah.
Guess what? Roman Reigns and Sheamus are fucked.
Yeah.
Because they are going to steal the fucking show in a TLC match with Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose.
It's kind of like how I feel trying to compare the Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt Hell in a Cell to the Seth Rollins Dean Ambrose Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
Where it's like, okay, in order to be that good, Roman and Wyatt would have to really step their game up from the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Which they really brought the whole level.
Yeah, no, they did. They definitely took that match and they made it theirs.
Yeah. So I think in order to compete with the fact that they have Owens and Ambrose in that same kind of match, Sheamus and Roman Reigns are going to have to do something completely outside the box.
Yeah. To
make it their match, other than just beat the crap out of each other. Which, I mean, that's, both of those guys excel at beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah, it's going to be very much like Reigns and Wyatt was in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Just
with a lot more toys.
My thinking with this one is that Owens and Ambrose are also extremely good at beating the crap out of each other, except I think there's going to be a lot more creativity.
Yeah.
In that match.
I'm super excited now that it's TLC. I'm glad that they got a stipulation and it wasn't just the chairs match. So.
Well, I knew the chairs match was Del Rio and Swagger.
Yeah, that was officially announced as well.
At the opening of the show.
Yeah. But one more match before we get to the big overarching storyline. We did have the New Day take on the Lucha Dragons because the New Day will be defending their tag team titles in a triple threat ladder match against the Usos and the Lucha Dragons. This was Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, it's weird
seeing Big E on the outside.
It's weird seeing Xavier Woods be part of the tag team match.
And it really lent itself to this match because you had all the very cruiserweight style wrestling going on, which was fantastic. This was Kalisto's time to be all flippy and shit. Though Sin Cara wasn't staying grounded at all, but this was definitely Kalisto.
Also, Big E being on the outside lent itself to the match. Because he was hilarious in not being able to get the trombone to work. He spent the whole match trying to get the trombone to go.
Every time someone was, anytime it was Kalisto or Sin Cara was in, he was trying to blow the trombone at him and he couldn't get it to work. And this had a really fun end to it too, because Sin Cara and Kofi are both trying to throw each other out of the ring, and Sin Cara ends up winning. But as Kofi goes out of the ring, he gets caught by Big E. Like baby style, and so they're hanging out, and Kofi's like, "Oh, thank you," but as they're thanking each other, Sin Cara dives onto both of them on the outside,
and all three of them avoid the trombone.
Yeah, good job, guys. Very, very impressive.
And trombones aren't cheap.
Oh, unless
just saying.
WWE's buying it for you though.
They probably don't want to buy a bunch of trombones.
Probably not. But this left Kalisto and Xavier Woods in the ring together. Kalisto went for an O'Connor roll that then Xavier Woods reversed into O'Connor roll and tried to pull the tights. Kalisto kicked out, was able to end up hitting like a big roundhouse kick and then hit Selena Del Sol, and the Lucha Dragons pick up the win over the tag team champions.
It was good.
Yeah, it was a very good match.
That was a fun in a bun match.
And the New Day had a hilarious promo before because they are the New Day.
Yeah, because New Day
Rocks.
There's like a lot of people missing from this episode of SmackDown.
Really? Like?
A lot of the Divas.
True, because they only had the one Divas match.
Team Bad being missing, and who else? Who else did I notice was missing? Everybody from the Wyatts versus Team ECW storyline.
Yeah, I guess it was strictly a Raw thing.
Apparently, this week.
Maybe Rhino had to go back for TV tapings or something for NXT.
I would wonder, except I know he's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
not in England.
That's true.
Because they did Newcastle today.
Yeah, they're in England, getting ready for TakeOver next week.
What?
All right, so we'll talk about the bread of this SmackDown sandwich because we open up with Roman Reigns versus Del Rio, which I like this match.
Yeah,
This was good.
I think Del Rio's hitting a new stride now
Yeah.
that he's in a storyline that he thinks matters.
Yeah, Mex America was bullshit. League of Nations actually means something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, him and Roman Reigns had a very decent match, and there was a lot of good interaction with because they had their respective teams on the outside.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make a quick, offshoot statement from what we were just saying.
Mhm.
Is that I don't think his rationale for doing better because of this storyline that has anything to do actually with the storyline.
Okay.
I think it's a very calculated business decision. Because he realizes he's in a stable where he is the oldest, most experienced wrestler
True.
out of the group.
Absolutely.
And he realizes it puts him to where on a weekly basis he is right next to the WWE champion.
Yeah.
It puts him in a main event. It puts him by the main event storyline in a group of guys who basically are, nobody cares about if they weren't together in this stable.
That's fair.
Del Rio wants to be the guy from this stable that stands out so he can stay in the main event storyline.
Oh, okay. I can agree with that. Yeah, him and Roman Reigns went at it for a good 5 or 6 minutes before Roman Reigns ended up hitting a Superman punch on Del Rio, and before he could get up and either set up for the spear or go for a pin, Sheamus, Rusev, and Barrett pulled Del Rio out of the ring, and that caused the Usos and Ambrose to come around and go like, hey, what are you doing? Then Roman Reigns jumps out of the ring and just starts beating the shit out of Sheamus, and then it just turns into an all-around brawl. There's people
So
everywhere.
really no one can blame that on other than Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Roman Reigns was the reason that he could have simply gone out and attacked Del Rio.
It went to shit because of you, Roman Reigns.
Nice going, Roman.
Jesus, Roman.
But it would be trippy longed into an 8-man tag match, which would be our main event.
Yeah.
And the match is okay.
Yeah.
It's-
Again, I'm gonna say I'm still thinking Barrett's not physically.
Yeah, no,
healthy.
I definitely
He did hardly anything in this
kept
match at all.
I kept that in mind, and not only that, but he is the only one that doesn't have a match on Sunday.
Yeah.
Everyone else has a match on Sunday that was involved in this main event. So maybe there's something wrong with Barrett.
He's working light duty.
I'm glad that they're still keeping him involved though.
Yeah.
Because normally if you have an injury, people would just be like, oh, we'll replace him with Kevin Owens or something. Somebody else from a different country.
Canada.
Yeah, Canadian.
Canada.
So yeah, I'm glad that he's still doing stuff. He ended up getting taken out by Dean Ambrose towards the end of this match, and then Sheamus and Del Rio. Yeah, Sheamus and Del Rio got dove on by the Usos, and then with a Superman punch and a spear, Del Rio was pinned by Roman Reigns.
Rusev.
That's what I meant. I read.
No, Rusev.
Yeah, Rusev. Yeah.
Rusev avoided getting an avalanche in the corner,
Yes.
and then ran off the ropes like he was going to do something. Like Roman was going to feed out of the corner, and then Rusev was going to probably hit his big thrust kick.
Yeah.
And then Roman Reigns is like, fuck your thrust kick, I'm gonna spear you. Bitch.
And Roman Reigns joins the I Beat Rusev Club.
Yeah.
He's like member number 6.
5 or 6, somewhere around there.
Something like that. So yeah, I mean, SmackDown was okay.
It's crazy. Rusev's been around for like almost, what? Close to 2 years.
Yeah, he debuted in the 2013 Rumble.
So next month will be 2 years.
Yeah.
Was it the 2014 Rumble?
Yeah, 2014.
So it'll be 2 years next month, and he's still been beaten by less than 10 people.
Yeah. I mean, he went on like he was undefeated for like a year.
Yeah, that's just impressive. I'm saying like the way they book him, they still book him with importance.
Yeah. No, and you know what? I was originally really mad when Rusev joined because there was a bunch of people that missed out that Rumble, and I was pissed off that Rusev, who I thought
that was the one because they had been advertising that Xavier Woods was going to be in the Rumble.
Right. Yeah.
Like he was going to be the one guy from NXT to show up in the Rumble, and then they put in Rusev instead.
Yeah. And at that time, Rusev wasn't doing anything interesting on NXT, and I was bothered by that. Why he was getting a shot.
Yeah, like I had no idea at first. Like I didn't even recognize Rusev because I'd like seen him pre-injury, and he looked a lot different. He had like different hair and different facial hair going on.
Yeah, and while he was on NXT, he was teaming with Scott Dawson.
Yeah.
Because they were under the tutelage of Sylvester LaFire. Thank you. But yeah, then he joined it with Lana, and then that's what eventually led to the main roster. But yeah, I mean, he's changed my perspective of him very, very simply just by showing a little bit more in each match. And yeah, he's an impressive part of the League of Nations.
Yeah.
And yeah, having only been pinned by 5, 6, maybe 7 guys, that's impressive.
Yeah. What about you, Rusev?
But that was it for SmackDown.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks for watching.
No, not a whole lot of important stuff happened.
Not really.
Not a lot of build. There's a little bit more of Owens, Ambrose goodness.
That and the Paige Becky.
That was a good match.
Tag team match was good. Like, the middle stuff was good.
I feel like this was very much so stuff they could have put on main event this week.
Yeah. Yeah, that show that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, why'd you recap the fucking Sheamus Roman Reigns thing when you did that on Raw, you did that on main event, and you're going to do that at TLC?
Who knows? I don't. What I do know is that you should like and favorite, and if you're not already, subscribe to the page.
And you should also check out all the links down in the description.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Because they all lead to all kinds of fun stuff.
Stuff that we do.
Yeah. There's a Facebook where there's pictures and posts and comments, oh my. And then there's Twitters where we share the videos. We share pictures from the Instagram that's down there.
We share thoughts on pay-per-views occasionally.
Which I'm sure you might be doing some of that this Sunday.
I will try my best to remember to live tweet on Sunday.
All right.
If I remember to watch it live.
I won't be watching TLC until later that night. So I will
not repost all my thought things again the second time I watch it.
I will not be able to tweet live.
Stay off your Twitter if you don't want spoilers.
I'm just going to turn my phone off.
Starting
also,
at 5 o'clock.
For those of you watching us on YouTube, check out that podcast, SoundCloud.com/The Wrestling Rundown.
Hell yeah.
For those of you listening to the podcast, check out the description because there's a YouTube link so you can check out all the cool pictures that we post along with the stuff we're talking about.
Last but not least, check out that playlist.
Boom.
It's got Raw Review, which we did Monday, released on Tuesday, and we has the midweek wrap-up done on Wednesday, released on Thursday, and it's got this video that you're watching that was done on Thursday, released on Friday, and it's going to have TLC predictions that go up the night before TLC.
That'd be Saturday.
And it's going to have indie news, which will go up Monday in the morning area.
Yes. And check out the midweek because we have predictions for next week's NXT TakeOver in London.
Yeah, we do.
So let us know who you think is going to win. Check out the next video and let us know who you think is going to win at TLC. But for now, thanks for watching. And we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Hell yeah.